Oh, exciting times. So here you are, you have your website, you are good to go. You got your home, you got your about us, meet the doctors, you got your services pages, you have your location contact page. Now it's time to build your blog. Why? And what are some blog topics? We're going to cover some of those today. And it's really, really simple. You could easily kind of put together, a year's worth of topics that you can kind of brainstorm with just a few steps. We're going to do it here in less than 5 to 10 minutes to get some ideas and just build on those. Why blogging? Right. So you have your regular website, you have your pages, but your blog kind of allows you to talk about things that you're probably already an expert in, right? So if you're a chiropractor, you're probably an expert in, pain that people might have and ways to alleviate the pain. So the why is to help you become an expert out there in the world, sharing with them everything that you know. Blogs are all over the internet. It's a very, very popular thing. Just to name a few, obviously we have ours here with Clarity. Then we have, say, Zoom, right? We all know Zoom. We probably used it at some point over the last few years. Here it is. They have things, whether it's stuff about their meetings, right? About what Zoom has. They even have something about customer service. And this is that blog topic ideas that you can really go into where you're not just talking about yourself, but you're talking about how you can help in that might need your service, help them out, and then become an asset so they can then again come back and maybe use your service in the future. So that's obviously what they're doing there, plus announcing some new features that they have. Even websites like Facebook, Meta, they even have a blog where they're talking about some of their creators and advertisements and things and how people are again using their features to get their name out there, right? Blogs aren't going anywhere. They've been around for many, many years. They're only easier today to use than ever before. So it's really just an exciting time to be able to write content. Now, when it comes to blogging, it's going to be three, I think, pretty simple tips to kind of get this going. Now, like I said, the cool part about a blog is you can use it to answer questions, and you're going to try to look for a quality over quantity scenario. So here we're trying to go after some really good topics that you can really discuss about. So instead of having, let's say, 100 articles that has maybe only 100 words in it, you'd probably want to go with maybe 10 articles that has, maybe 500 or 1,000 words in it to help you out. So really your first kind of tip is really just to go after quality, go after writing something. So how long does teething last is a quick little one that I just kind of pulled up here, right? That ranks, I think ranks number 1, number 2 for that, for how long does teething last when somebody searches for it. And the goal here is to write an all-inclusive post that just talks all about that. And the benefit is that the client now can show up for things that their future patients are going to search for, and shows that they're experts in this. So talking about things that you want, and it brings them in, hopefully more kids, more toddlers, probably more babies, that for them is what they're looking for. So that's an example there. I'll lean into, maybe chiropractor for headaches, right? So maybe you have some things that you can kind of talk about. So you can go after a service that you offer and then kind of try to figure out what questions are asked for that service. So the benefit of talking about it a lot on your website, so not only probably do you have a service for it, you're probably also going to maybe have a blog post that talks about it, is that here in the local pack has the opportunity to show up. These are ones that are actually reviews, but sometimes they'll say, oh, the website mentions headaches, or we've seen this talked about from this brand. And in those situations, people are going to go, this chiropractor is the one for me. He talks about headaches, and I can quickly click here and see that information. So let's say chiropractic for headaches is going to be kind of our kind of key word that we want to go after. There's a free tool called Also Asked. chiropractic for headaches in here, English, United States. Go ahead and just do a search. You can do a few of these, I think, a day for free. It just takes a minute to run, but this will give you hopefully a handful of ideas to get you started on to help you think, I can write about that. Now, again, the key here is we don't need to write 100 blogs on this. Maybe just one or two links up to your service page and answers questions that you're getting. So example being here, chiropractic for headaches. Can a chiropractor help with headaches? That might be a great question that you could even just start asking. Are you able to assist them? Can the neck being out of alignment, cause headaches, right? That probably also goes with the can a chiropractor help with it? How long does it take for a chiropractor to fix headaches, right? You're the expert. You can answer that for them. Put it in a quick little paragraph that, again, hopefully shows that you have a solution for their headaches. And then can a chiropractor also help with migraines, maybe tension headaches? There's, again, other ones, and you can click into these. There's a lot more you can do with this, but from here you can get one or two topics that you can talk about headaches and begin to start writing, right? You can, again, plan this out, put it in maybe a Google Doc or a sheet, and just kind of start planning, start writing, start planning. So also acts as a great tool. Writing a quality post is another kind of tip that you could use. And, I would also use Google. Google as a whole can give you so many great little information about that. Somebody searches for chiropractic for headaches, you just go down, look at related searches, right? Google's telling you that people that probably search for that also search for some of these, right? So people are asking about headaches and dizziness, asking about migraines, which we also saw there. You could also see they talk about tension headaches, right? So maybe you can talk about that. You might be involved in some research. You can provide some things there. Um, Again, there's a chiropractor cure my migraine. So it's that migraine topic. So these are topics that you can discuss about, things that you can write about, and you're just getting it from literally two tools. We just used, all we're looking at right now is chiropractor and headaches. You can do, chiropractor and lower back pain. You can do remedies that you are an expert in and help out with that. Again, our goal on this is to helping you become an expert so patients trust your brand. And obviously, when given the choice between picking your office or somebody else, you want to kind of rise above. One of the things that we hear from our clients, and we pretty much every site that we build has a blog attached to it. So one of the things that we always hear from them is that a lot of our clients will say their patients will visit them and say, I read your blog, or I watched your video, or saw something on your website really spoke to me. So we know people are ingesting this content, they're taking it in, and they're researching before they're making these decisions.